Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I think the last time I posted was maybe 2 weeks ago. I want to try this hack I saw on TikTok where they can mince it like super fine. I kind of want to try out that. So I'm going to peel it and then we'll see if it works. Oh, my water's ready. I'm going to make steak with some mashed potatoes and corn, just because I ordered the wrong kind of steak and I was gonna make a barbacoa, and I ended up getting chuck eye steak instead of chuck roast, and they're different sizes, very different sizes. Here, I'll show you in a minute. Let me just finish peeling now. And what are you doing, Roy? Messing with my lamp. I'm using my lamp because the light bulb just stopped working, so we gotta get another. Well, I ordered it, but they didn't have any of what I wanted, so they just gave me this and an extra sizzle steak, so I was just like, whatever. I guess I'll just eat that. So, I'm almost done peeling my garlic, and we're gonna try out that TikTok hack I saw. I'm supposed to use this side and push it down, or am I pushing it the wrong way? And then just kind of, wait, how did they do it? Am I doing it wrong? Like, they just squeezed it with the end. Like, oh, there it goes. So you just squeeze it and it kind of minces it for you faster than just, you know, cutting it. I mean, I can see it. So let's start at the beginning. Me and Joel never really talked in middle school, just for the fact that we never had any classes, and then I left 7th grade to go to a different private school, and then I came back 9th grade to high school. And in high school, we never had any class together, for the fact that Joel had all the smart classes and I had all the regular classes. So we never really talked, and then junior year we finally got a class together, so we finally actually got to, you know, see each other. But at the time, I didn't want to date anyone. I didn't want to, you know, get my heart broken or anything like that, so I never really saw interest in anyone. And if you ask Joel, he'll probably say something. But I never wanted to date anyone. I never wanted, you know, anything like that. So in high school, I never dated anyone. So technically, no, I never dated anyone in high school. And oh, my cord. And yeah. So we finally got a class junior year. And then we would just greet each other. We would just say hi. We really wouldn't like start a conversation or anything like that. But time goes by. 2017, I want to say like the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. I just don't remember the exact dates. He DM'd me on my Instagram saying how I was doing, and he wanted to catch up and go out sometime just as friends. But I didn't want to because I had bad experiences dating, and I was just like, I don't want to get my heart broken again, and like I don't want to have to start over, you know. So I think it was in 2018. Yeah, I think it was 2018. And my friend Luz was actually the one who texted him back, and they had planned like this whole thing to go out, and I had no idea. So when I go outside and she tells me to wait outside for her, Joel pops up. So I'm just like, I don't want to be mean and tell him to go home, even though he came all this way just to hang out with me. So I was just like, okay. In my head, I was like, okay, I'll go out with, like, not go out with him, but I'll go with him and hang out and chill. The end of November, beginning of December, we hang out again. And this time I actually went to his house, which at the time he was living with his mom. and I went into his room and we just watched like movies for like 4 hours straight. And what kind of ruined it for me, or kind of gave me like the ick, was that towards the end he was like, do you want to cuddle? And he was pointing at his bed, so I was just like, oh, like he doesn't just want to cuddle, he wants to do some other stuff. So I was just like, I don't know, I think I want to go home. But at the time, home was college, but I dropped out, so technically I never graduated. But anyway, that's a whole other story. And yeah, so after that I kind of ghosted him, you could say, like dry texted, and then he just kind of moved on because he's like, you know, he could tell that I did not want to date him and all that stuff. But I mean, he kind of ruined it because, you know, in my head I thought he wanted that, and well, I kind of felt like that's all he wanted from me. Like he didn't want a relationship or anything, so I was just like, oh man. In my head, obviously I didn't tell him that. I told him now, but you know, at the time I thought he just wanted something else. But now he told me that he genuinely just wanted to cuddle. But I was like, how was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed to know that this man just wanted to cuddle me? And I was just like, I didn't know. So that happened, and then after that he moves on, I move on. You know, we each have like bad past experiences and all that. And then 2020 comes by, so this was like 2 years after. He texts me again through DM, and this time I actually respond. And I'm like, hey, how are you? And blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, do you want to go out with me as friends? Again, obviously. And I was like, sure. So we started getting, you know, more into our commitment and actually doing all that. And then we get engaged, we get married, we have a kid, live together. Boom. We sealed the deal. Alright, my love, now you tell your side of how we met. And then, I guess from how we met until like now. Yeah.
In a world. No. So when we met the first time, or when we started dating?
No, when we met. And then dating.
She assumes it's like, yeah, I don't know, like 2nd or 3rd grade in our elementary school, but
no,
I don't remember back then. She remembers me, I don't remember her.
I remember seeing you, but not meeting each other, like actually.
It was like a walking Neanderthal in those days. I don't remember what happened, but the child, he's okay. He's just playing.
Oh, that is fine.
My first cognitive memory of my wife is probably 6th grade. I remember how she was with her hair and her white collared shirt. I actually had pink or red earrings. I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember either.
That's one of the two. Attitude. You know, but other than that, I mean, I think we talked briefly. What did they say? The girls are mean to you when they like you? I guess it was true in middle school.
I don't remember middle school.
I wasn't even thinking about relationships at that time. I was more thinking about, you know, not having body odor and passing my classes. So we met. That was the first memory I think I had of her. We didn't actually start talking till high school. And she gave me the half enthusiastic talk. You know, hey, how's it going? Even though she didn't really care that much back then, and junior year, at least I don't think she did. I'll come to find out later that she was drunk most of the time. I didn't know that.
I didn't say that, but okay. You're exposing me right now.
Oh, well, she had a little morning wine in her coffee. We met And she would sit behind me in our U.S. history class, and she would copy off of me all the time. It happened to be a funny story when I first met her mom, because she's like, how do we meet? And I was like, she used to copy off me, and they were like, what?
Well, I would ask you first. You'd always say yes.
Copying, still copying.
But I still ask.
No, she was like Schmeagol. She was over my shoulder like, I need the answers, my precious.
Sometimes.
No,
but I would mostly ask.
She still had her wild, crazy hair, and she wore the same jacket every day.
I love that jacket. It was good because...
Everything was cold in the morning.
Yeah.
With the classroom. The teacher would keep it cold.
Yes. So I always had the jacket.
I guess we built the friendship there, and then after junior year, we didn't really talk too much senior year. We didn't have any common classes anymore. So our relationship got more whenever I went to. She went to. We graduated, and she went to college, and I went to be a working class individual. Couldn't afford college, it's too expensive, and I didn't get FAFSA. So my parents made a little too much money, even though we're still kind of barely making it by. But you know, such is life.
I mean,
we made it through. I'm still alive.
I dropped out anyway.
Like 4 years later, but you know, she still went. But it's a trap.
No, Roy, you're gonna break the deal.
Oh, I know. I see. But so I hit her up one day on Instagram. I'm like, hey, what's going on? How's life treating you after school? And she said she was in college. I'm like, okay, cool. I wanted to start focusing on dating. I didn't really focus on it in high school. So I asked her out, and we went to a local place called Burger Pop in Seagoville. It was like a mom and pop burger joint. Same day, I took her back to the place where I was staying at the time with my parents and my grandma. She came over, I introduced her to my grandma for like 5 seconds. So I was very shy.
Very quick.
And I wasn't the Mac that I am now. You know, the bravado wasn't there. I was still a very frightened teenage kid.
No, you were not. Not towards the end.
You ruined another song. But we came in. We went into my room. We sat on the couch and we watched that Netflix show. I think This Is the End of the World or something like that. It was like a British Netflix TV show. But if I believe it or not, we watched the entire thing. No hand holding, no nothing, just sitting right next to each other.
Watching TV.
The whole time. It was very awkward.
For like 4 hours.
Like a 1910 family photo. And I tried my tactics to get her to cuddle with me by like having the air cold in the room, and the vent was right underneath her feet.
That's why I was freezing.
And she was cold, and then I gave her, she's lying, and I gave her a blanket, and then I guess she got warmer, and then me trying to be suave with it, I was like, alright, well, you know, we can go cuddle on the bed and watch TV. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of experience. This is kind of borderline assault in some states.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Exactly.
Luckily, she didn't take the bait. So,
nope.
we watched TV. After a while, the sun started to go down, and I think they had a curfew at the campus. I had to take her home. The security lady at the gate was kind of. I'm sorry, this is YouTube. She was kind of a butthole. After that, we just hung out for a little bit. No kiss, no first kiss, no hand holding, no hugging. Nothing. Very traditional. And this time I was already in the mindset of wanting a relationship. So after I left, we said goodbye, give her some time, texted her on Snapchat and was like, you know, hey, I really like you, want to be with you. And believe it or not, she said no. She's like, I don't know what I want, and you know, I want to focus on school. And I'm like, hindsight's 2020, and then really did nothing. Cause you're still not done. Long story short, I ended up moving on. I don't want to sit there and wait, and you know, not a knight in shining armor. This isn't the old days. So she triggered my promiscuous age of being 18, so I kind of went on a rampage. Not really. I just didn't want to date anymore, so I would just meet girls for other reasons.
He went through a phase.
So I met a girl. We were together for a few years. Really gave me an idea of what relationships are supposed to be or not supposed to be, what I want in a relationship, what I don't want in a relationship. Got engaged, almost got married. And I was kind of thwarted by a certain somebody because I posted that we had gotten engaged, and one of the only people to say anything was Blanca.
I said congrats. That's all I said. Was congratulations.
And that's how she meant it. Just me.
I really did. I just said congratulations.
And the other girl I was with, she did not take it that way. And she thought it was something more.
Even though it wasn't.
And stuff like that. And it wasn't at the time. I didn't really have those. I didn't have those ideas at the time.
I didn't either. I was being genuine. I was like, congrats. Like, I was actually happy for you at the time.
Of course, that didn't last because we're here. So eventually that relationship ended, and you know, I came out of it knowing more of myself and what I want to be as a boyfriend and a partner, and what I want from my spouse. You know, the person I'm gonna be with for a long time. And so we broke up around 2020, and then after a couple weeks, I hit up Blanca again just to rekindle with some old friends that happened to be girls.
Yeah.
And she came over. I was still at the same house, by the way, just different room. But
yeah, I was.
There was no cold vent this time.
No.
Funny enough, the central AC stopped working, I think, at that time. We had window units. It was an older trailer, but yeah, so we met, and then, you know, me having some more experience, you know, some more wear and tear on my personality, I was a little less hesitant about showing what affection I had towards her, you know, because she had looked really good since the last time I seen her. It's like a breath of fresh air. And she came over, we watched movies all night, and she stayed over for a long time. And I think like 2 or 3 in the morning before I took her home, I was like, you know, can I kiss you? And then she was, for once, she was like, yes.
I gave in into those luscious lips of yours.
And then we kissed, and it was a short kiss, and then I was like, okay, I want to continue this. And so I took her home, and then from there on, you know, we would talk and text and call each other and, you know, see what we're doing. Pick her up whenever I got paid to go out to eat, go out to the movies, or she would pay to go out to eat, go out to the movies because I was still broke.
I had money at the time.
Eventually we made it official on August 11th. 12th, yeah, it was the day after her birthday.
The day after.
I believe on the 11th we went to the party that she was talking about. It was for her birthday, I believe.
Yeah, it was the same day.
And then that night I think I asked her to be my girlfriend, and then she said yes, and then this was like 2020, this was like almost 5 years ago, so. And then and that happened, and then from there we just talked more and more and more, and we became a long couple. We've been together since 2020, so this year will be 5 years.
Woo.
This year will be 5 years.
Yeah.
One thing that stood out for Blanca from everyone else I've been with is that she was hard to get for every step of the way.
Yes, I was.
Which is good. I was part of the reason I really felt like she was the one, because she just didn't give in easily.
Mission. Giving child a snack.
And it throws on the floor. Yeah.
Of course.
But we, yeah, she was hard to get every step of the way. Made it fun, exciting. Made me feel like it was worth the chase. And everyone else that I've been with, no shade, but it was like catching a turtle instead of catching a chicken. There really wasn't a chase either. Instantly, the turtles are slow.
Oh, I got you.
Chickens run faster.
Yeah. So I'm the chicken?
Yeah, you're the chicken.
Okay.
We got engaged, I think 6 or 7 months before we got married, but
I don't remember the exact number.
I'm trying to remember the exact day we got engaged.
I don't remember. It was all back.
I took her out to eat, and we went to I proposed to her before we even went out to eat.
Yes, you did.
And then we went out to eat to the Cheesecake Factory. Take them, bruh. They're right there. Take them. Almost.
I think he just wants all of them.
And so, we went out to Cheesecake and celebrated being newly engaged.
Yes.
And then we went home. She was still living with her mom at the time, and then she kind of treated my house like a hotel, and she kind of like, I took her home in the morning when I had to go to work at 6, so I'd wake up at 5:30 to take her home at 6, to be at work around 7:30.
That was one time.
That was every day, from Monday through Friday, like every day.
Okay.
Every day, it became an everyday thing. She'd always want to be around me, which I'm not complaining, but
Well,
it was like she
after we
lived
got
with me,
engaged.
but not with me.
After we got engaged, I started doing that.
Lies.
I started becoming
Nice. She did it before that, but it became more and more after that. Like she would stay over on the weekends, but now it became my everyday thing. So I would take her home just because, she didn't want to be at home by herself at my house. And then I'd pick her up when I got out of work.
Yep.
It was like we were married, but I would drop her off at daycare every day and then pick her up. It was weird.
Pretty much.
Married in 2022 in October 5th.
I thought it was 2023.
No, it's 2022.
It's 2022.
Roy was born in 2023. We got married October 5th in 2022.
Oh shit, we did.
A couple weeks after that, we found out that she was pregnant. I didn't think I'd be able to have kids.
It was 2022. I said 2023, my bad. 2022.
But, yeah.
Because I thought it was 2023 because then I got pregnant like right after. So it was 2023.
He was born in 2023. We got married in 2022.
Oh, yeah, it was 2023.
We didn't get married in 2023. Then he would have been born in 2024.
Alright. 2022.
So with the baby coming, I took the initiative that Christmas after we got married and we found out she was pregnant to move into our first apartment, which was in 2022. And then we left the apartment in 2025. We were there for 2 years, 2 full leases.
Yeah.
And then we moved into this 2-bedroom that we live in. But yeah, I guess that's the video for today. We'll probably make another video for Easter. We're gonna take Roy somewhere to Easter hunt.
Yeah, it'll
this
be like
weekend.
Sunday.
Probably a private park or something. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see how it
Maybe.
goes. Who knows if it will rain?
Yeah,
'Cause it's
supposed to
been
rain this
raining.
week. It's supposed to
Yeah.
rain that weekend, so we
It's been
might not do
raining.
anything. We might just
So-
do an egg hunt on the front porch.
Or yeah, in the apartment. Honestly,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But yeah,
So thank you for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll try to post whenever we have relevant content.
yeah.
You know, we're not gonna post every day about going to Target and all this other stuff like other
We don't
creators
even
do.
have a Target.
Yeah. What you
Where
see
we're
is
at, we
what you
don't
get.
have
You
stores
get it at
near
some
us.
point. I'm on 4 hours of sleep, so I'm
He's
very
really
tired. It's been a long day. But
Yeah, it's
thank
like
you for
about to be
watching,
11
and
right now.
I'm gonna go shower and get ready for work to get up at 5 in the morning. So
Yeah. Let's get ready to sleep.
see you later.